Welcome everyone. Today we're in the showroom and we're going to talk about the differences between standard depth refrigerators and counter depth refrigerators. There's definitely pros and cons to each, so I'm going to discuss what to expect when you're shopping both kinds of refrigerators and which one is right for you. Let's start with counter depth. Counter depth refrigerators are designed to have a slim profile. They tend to be in the mid-20s, 22 to 24 inches deep typically. Whereas a standard depth refrigerator can be as deep as 36 inches. And the biggest impact is the amount of square footage you see. I've seen counter depth refrigerators with as little as 18 to 20 cubic feet of space. So they are limited in size. However, you get this nice built-in look. So I would recommend that you shop counter depth when you're trying to shroud your refrigerator to give it that built-in look. It'll have a built-in look and stand proud by a couple of inches. That allows swing space for the door to open. This is an affordable way to have that built-in look without having to go with a column refrigerator. Now, I would recommend this for a larger family if you have, let's say, a garage fridge, or maybe you have a fridge under counter. Those would offer you more space, bring your capacity back up, and give you the amount of room you need for a busy family and all the groceries that requires. So I've got a tray here. I'm going to use this to demonstrate just how deep and how much extra space you truly get in the real world. Let's check it out. I have a common size tray here, something you might use for a picnic. I maybe have a charcuterie on this. Let's see how it fits. Well, in a counter depth, it fits fine, but you can see it uses the full depth of the refrigerator. And if this were a large pizza box, does it sit deep? Well, it does, but it's got to fit in between these door pockets here. It just barely fits. If you have a gallon of milk here, then that becomes an issue. So you kind of have to be ready for that. So it's a little limiting as far as ultimate space is concerned. However, you do get that attractive built-in look. I would say that's the trade-off. From my personal experience, in my home, I have a standard depth refrigerator. It's just tucked into the corner, and I gotta tell you, it sticks out really far. It's kind of hard to walk by. So I would prefer, and when it comes time to replace my refrigerator, going with a counter depth refrigerator. Because the refrigerator is less deep, takes up less space, it would give me more room in my kitchen. Yeah, a little bit less capacity, but I'd be willing to take that trade-off. If we swoop around back here, we can see just how much deeper the standard refrigerator in the back is compared to the counter depth. It's quite an impact in the space you have in the kitchen. Moving on to a standard depth refrigerator, I have it here surrounded by cabinetry, and you can see just how far it sticks out, several inches, plus the door swing. One of the advantages of this, capacity. Let's pop inside and take a look. Here's my tray. Of course, it fits sideways, but if this were a large pizza box, it's gonna fit no problem. Clear the door, you don't have to move your gallon of milk. So considerably more capacity when you go with a standard depth refrigerator. Ultimately, you might not have a choice. Your kitchen might be designed around one size or the other refrigerator. So you're just gonna have to purchase the size that the kitchen designer decided that you need. But the biggest factor we haven't talked about is price. You can expect to pay up to 30% more for that counter depth refrigerator. That's right, the smaller refrigerator costs more. And that's because they manufacture so many less. There's just less demand for them. So when you're going to the appliance store and you're coming to Appliance Factory in Mattress Kingdom and you're thinking about a counter depth refrigerator, think about, is this in your budget? The good news is we've got hundreds of choices at every price point. So come on by, take a look, and let our sales staff help you out.